everybody? Brickhouse here with another video on a Tuesday, March the 19th. Hope everybody had a great weekend this past weekend. It was St. Patty's Day. So for those of you that had the Monday hangover, today is your day to be fully recovered and back to work. Before I get started, I'd like to thank you to the subscribers that have taken the time to subscribe to my channel over the last year. If you're new here and you like the videos that I'm putting out, the content that I'm putting out, and it covers a wide range of things, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And with that, let's dive right on in, shall we? So, when you have lost StephenASmith, when StephenASmith is actually coming out and saying, hey, there's something wrong here with how the media is reporting things, you got a problem. And that specifically is what has happened here over the weekend. This is from Awful Announcing. Ben Axelrod put this article out. StephenASmith criticizes media coverage of Donald Trump's quote-unquote bloodbath comment. It seems that the words that Donald Trump used in a speech at a rally in Ohio over the weekend were completely taken out of context. Surprise, surprise, surprise. The media, the lapdogs, I'm talking to you, Joe Scarborough. Mr. I'm offended by the words, completely taken out of context. So here it is. StephenASmith isn't sticking to sports. Yeah, that's right. He may be on ESPN. He may have a show on ESPN. He's on First Take in the mornings during the week. But he has his own show, his own podcast that he puts out there that he owns himself. So over on X, the Elon's social media site, on Sunday, Stephen A. was critical of the media's coverage of recent comments made by former President Donald Trump. Speaking at a political rally in Ohio over the weekend, Trump made the following comment while discussing the state of the auto industry. Basically, what Donald said is, hey, China, those cars you're building in Mexico? Yeah, we're putting 100% tariff on those that you send over the border into our country to sell. So if I get elected, we're putting 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the lot. You're not going to be able to sell them here. Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars. So needless to say, the lapdogs in the mainstream media, they even rolled out Nancy Pelosi, and everything was about the word bloodbath. Trump's comments were widely criticized, with many accusing the 45th president of endorsing political violence. Retweeting Elon Musk, Smith implied that the media wasn't applying the proper context to Trump's comments by failing to mention that he was referring to the auto industry. Wow. Based purely on this video, if it is accurate, then that would be true, Smith said in response to Musk's post stating that the legacy media lies. Who'd have thunk it? The legacy media lies. The mainstream media lies. While Trump was discussing the auto industry when making his comments, it's understandable why him saying it's going to be a bloodbath for the country would receive so much attention, especially considering the aftermath of him losing the election 4 years ago. It's also worth noting that Trump later stated at the same rally, I don't think you're going to have another election in this country if we don't win this election. Certainly not an election that's meaningful. Now, it's up to you guys whether you agree or disagree with what Stephen A. said about said legacy media. and the media taking those comments out of context. But it is interesting, considering the fact that ESPN has gone full political and full woke, that he actually took time to weigh in on this. Now, as Ben points out here, especially considering his previous willingness to stick to sports. Stephen A's post wasn't the only time he publicly discussed Trump over the weekend. He also dedicated a segment of the StephenASmith Show, which he owns and operates, to an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal that was critical of Democrats for exercising lawfare against the former host of The Apprentice. Smith agreed with the column's sentiments, arguing that Democrats should be focused on beating Trump on the campaign trail rather than trying to beat him in the courtroom. While it may not be on ESPN airwaves, all indications to this point are that Smith will be making his voice heard in the lead up to the 2024 election. It will be interesting to see how often he's willing to continue to wade into the political waters moving forward, especially with his current ESPN contract coming to an end next year. Now, there have been times where I wholeheartedly disagree with Stephen A. There are times where I think what he says is absolutely crazy. But I'll give him props. This time, yeah, he's right. He's totally right. And some of these commenters here, like this one, for the first time in my life, I actually agree with Stephen A. about the context of you-know-who's remarks. But as usual, it's interesting how some sports figures have a seal of approval to make political comments, while other sports figures receive a severe opprobrium. I don't know. I can't pronounce that word. And then this person here, oh, he's just parroting right-wing BS. And as far as watching Fox News daily to get dumber by the day, no, you're crazy if you watch Fox News, because they're in with the legacy media. So from what I'm seeing here, the comments are mixed. But the point is that when you take somebody like Stephen A. and he's done eye-opening comment, at least 2 comments over the weekend, that those are things that make you gotta say, So what do you guys think about this out there in the interwebs and YouTube land over on Rumble? What do you guys think about Stephen A's comments? Comment down below. Share your thoughts, share your opinions. While you're at it, take the time to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And thank you for watching. I will see you later.